Hey y'all, here we are in my example Google site, and right now I want to talk about pages. So we went over some things that you can insert, but this is just my very first page. And so up here at the top is how you get from page to page. So I'm going to go to the page that it has created called schedule. This came with the template. You do not have to call it schedule. You can call it calendar, or you can come up with something completely different. But I'm going to add my calendar here. You can, again, change the image behind it by hitting change image. You can change the header type. I think I'm actually just going to do a title only. And then I want it to be, hang on. Okay, we'll make it a small banner. And then I'm going to insert my calendar. So I want this spacer to go away. And then I may say, welcome to Google Training. Here is the calendar is shown below. Right? And then right here, it actually has an insert calendar button, and I'm going to use it, and then I'm going to show you how to do it if it doesn't have an insert calendar button. So here's my calendar, and I'm going to insert the calendar for Google Training. There we go. Insert. And it just shows you the schedule for each day. You can change this by going to settings. You can show the title, the date, your navigation buttons, and then you can change from agenda, which is just one day, to week or to month. So I'm going to go to week, and you're going to see that there's nothing this week, but next week there should be things. And up here you can change where you are. Okay, I think I'm going to delete this because I have any more comments on it. And here's your daily schedule. I'm actually going to embed my agenda here. So I'm going to delete this because it's just normal text, and I want to do a Google Doc. So delete this, and then here I'm going to insert a Google Doc. And I made a couple of agendas yesterday. Here's the agenda for level 1. And you can, if you insert it like this and leave it so that you can only see half of it, then people on your Google site will be able to scroll down and see the rest of it. I like to make it a little bit bigger so that they can see that it keeps going. There's lots of other things that you can put in here. So if your kids are going to take a survey for you the first day, then you might want to put in a new page, and you just hit new. You go new page, and I'm going to say that this is the first day. And there's things that you can add. You can adjust the path if you want. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do first day, and then I'm going to insert a form. Insert a Google form. And where is that one? I had a survey for, there we go. I'm going to put my Chromebook checkup. It really doesn't matter. Mostly I'm trying to show you how to insert different things. This one's kind of skinny, so I'm going to make it larger. And then you can actually fill out this form right on this page. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm done with that. Now I may make a new page. And I like actually this newsletter here. So a lot of you write newsletters every week, and you could just post your newsletter here every week. And that would be a consistent place for your parents to go rather than trying to get them on Google Classroom or sending them an email every week. You just put it here, and then they know that the newsletter will show up on whatever time, Thursday at 3, and and then you post it right here. You can add from a Google Drive. So or something that's shared with you, or something that's recent, right? I've been doing these things recently, so I'm gonna add this, and it shows up right here. And then the good thing about this is that then they can click it and it'll open like this. And so then it opens and then they can see it. When you embed something on a site, it automatically changes the viewing settings so that they are anyone on the web with the link can view, and that's fantastically helpful. It also keeps a running right every time you insert a new newsletter. Then the parents can see that newsletter and all of the old ones if you want them to. All right, I'm going to preview this so that I can see what it's going to look like. Okay, here's my newsletter, and there was the newsletter that I saw. Okay, cool. And you can open it from right here. I'm going to look at the schedule. Here's the calendar, and you can go over and see what's coming next week. This is a good place to insert your Google Classroom calendar. That way parents can keep track of what's due when. Or even we have an assessment calendar in middle school. This would be a great place to put that assessments calendar. Here's my Google Doc that I embedded, and it's big so that you can scroll down into it. You can check what it's going to look like on somebody's phone. You can check what it's going to look like on a tablet. And here's my Google form. So I might choose Charlie, and then you can keep going in this window rather than having to open it in Google Forms. All right. And so that is how you add pages. The more pages you add, the longer the top is going to get. So if you have too many pages, you may end up like way down here. So think about what you're going to do with each page before you start it, and think about whether you could just addend that. You could add it to the end of another page and it would be just as effective.